Greetings, you Titans. Welcome to another 6-minute quickie. In this one, I'm going to take, it might take a little bit more than 6 minutes, but I'm going to be building my own banner ad for ClickFunnels to promote it in upcoming videos here. So I'm like, why not show you how to do this and make it happen? If you've seen any of the previous Canva videos, all I did is instead of doing a template design here, like if you click on create a design, I went to custom dimensions and I'm making the one that I know is the size I want. And that's because I created that whole layout template from earlier and I use it as a reference point. If I really wanted to kick it up a notch, I'd print this out in non-color and have that up so every time I'm making something I can just look at the deals. Another one I'm going to throw in here real quick is start to plan out branding information, that if there's fonts you like and colors that you're using to stay consistent, make your own branding guide. These are fonts that are allowed to be used, that are the royalty-free ones. If you end up purchasing a font, definitely put that in here of what you're using. Keep track of that. Also, have roadmaps of what you're creating and what everything looks like. So when you start talking about any products you build or what you're doing for any products you're promoting, have an idea of what each video is in the product so you can start to talk about that throughout the deal. Hint, hint, if you're into full stack marketing, hint, hint, take care of that. Anyway, let's get back into what I'm doing because we're eating up valuable time. So what we're doing in this is that I'm going to create my own ClickFunnels banner ad. So what I've done is that I've gone through to ClickFunnels and I decided to look at a few things that they're doing and what their images look like. And I'm not a fan of most of these banner ads. These are like 2000, 2010 that all these remind me of. And I'm like, it's not where I want to be. That's not how I promote stuff, right? And I think they're outdated and it's relying on us to build what we need to build. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a simple little banner ad that's going to go down here like I did for the bundle pack. And we're just going to make it really basic, right to the point. We're going to capture what ClickFunnels says, what we're going to do, and then prompt for the start the 14-day trial, right? Really simple. So at this point, I'm going to leave the background as, well, we're going to change the background color to the blue, just so you can see everything that I'm doing. So I'll change that to my particular blue, which is on the branding guide right here. This is that royal blue that you see in the logo that's happening. So pop that there. And now I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and upload for the ClickFunnels. I don't know if this is seen right now. Maybe I hope it is. Let's go in here, go to images. I copied one from a screenshot. So it's going to be white around it, which is I'm just doing this blue background just so we can see where everything's going. Keep it at ClickFunnels here. It's going to be really simple. It's not going to be overly detailed to a degree where it's like overwhelming, right? But I'm just doing this so you get to see what's going to happen. We're going to make some text, quick little body of text. And if I go back to ClickFunnels itself, which I thought I had open, but apparently I don't. So give me a second here. We go into ClickFunnels. I think I'm logged in, which I am. So let me log out of ClickFunnels. Close a few. Okay, no, I'm still logged in. So we'll log out of ClickFunnels. We'll wait for the main page to appear. And you can you can promote so many things in ClickFunnels. What we're going to do is we're going to take this sub headline that they're doing and we're going to thread it into the banner ad. One thing I can teach you, and we're going to do in other videos, is how they got this white box to appear over this section, even though it doesn't feel like it should. And I'm going to tell you this right now, like, if you have not gone to the page yet to talk with people how this works, this is amazing stuff. This is amazing things, okay? Just keep that in mind. Anyway, so let's go in here. So we're going to copy this text, enabling people to grow. That's a Control-C on Windows, Command-C on Mac. I'm going to highlight everything and paste. I'm going to change the way that this is laid out. Give me a second here. Not like that. Not like that. There. We keep it like this. We're going to change the color of the font to be darker, kind of to match of what ClickFunnels is doing with the gray. Now we're going to change the background color back to white. Okay. ClickFunnels, enabling people to grow their companies through sales funnels. Now, if I wanted to, I could keep it like this, have it like that, and then do like a start your 14-day trial. So I'm just going to play around with it real quick, just so we can take a look. These dotted lines are giving me an idea of how it's going to line up together with pictures and elements, not so much of the border itself, but how they're connecting together. So if I were to put it here, you'll see this solid border around it. I'm at the top of my image that I'm creating. The bottom dotted line there is letting you know that the center of the ClickFunnels image is at the bottom of the text. Just another idea of how to line things up. But because I want things to be in a more graphical unit like that, I could technically group these two together up here, and then I can move it around as one solid. So if I wanted to get this completely centered, even though it's not really centered, the image group itself is centered on the design. Okay? The little things you don't really need to know right now, but again, if you want to take your marketing up, if you want your sites to stand out a little bit more than the competitors, you're going to need little detail tricks like this without hiring more graphic designers and others. I would highly recommend doing that in the future, but if you're at that level of, I just got enough to support and can't even run ads yet, I'm just doing my email responses and running sites and keeping those open, this is another way to save you time if you don't have the money to get it done. So I'd probably do it like this. Tell you what, I'm going to ungroup it. We're going to deselect a few of these. I might do like this. Do ClickFunnels there, and we'll do here. I'm actually going to change the font size because we actually left align it as well. And then I'm going to put a start 14-day trial. The whole thing is technically just to be clickable. And the way that my monitor is set, I actually have to navigate my head to see where things are going. I'm not 100% in love with this, so probably would do it like this and then put a button here. The button is really, ready, watch this. The button that we're going to make is just a shape. And we'll do something like this, so long as it allows me to. Perfect. Do it like this, right? We're going to make this like a clickable button. So people are going to naturally want to click it. And I could technically have a button here that starts it, or I can make it look like a button with a bit.ly link in there. And if you haven't used bit.ly, I can probably walk through doing that as well. But let's just keep it really simple, really basic. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this button stand out a little bit. I did a copy paste. I'm going to enlarge one just a tiny bit so it kind of sits in the background of it. Change the position to go backwards. We're actually going to change the color of this one into like a, do kind of maybe a black here to get like a little shade border around it. I'm going to do this, shrink it up just a tiny bit. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm giving like a border around the button without giving it an actual border. And then on arrow keys to tighten things up a little bit just to see how it looks. Okay, good enough. I mean, it's good enough, right? So now, let me go into bit.ly. I'll make one for my ClickFunnels affiliate, which I think I did already, but if I didn't, we'll just make that real right now. I mean, why not? So go back in, I'll log in. I'm going to show you some background information to see, you're going to see some income, you're going to see some affiliate earnings in the past 30 days. That's something I did once, and that's coming in. So let's go into affiliates. And let's grab my link. This one's probably going a little bit longer than 6 minutes, but we'll log into my dashboard. If it allows me to log into my dashboard. That's only one member, by the way. If I were actually a little bit more serious about this part of it, then the numbers would be higher. But again, my focus has been on just guiding you guys where you need to be, not so much as like just get a cash cab of a constant people just purchasing software. So if I'm doing a 14-day trial page, this is my link here. I'm going to choose it for, let's do the trial. I'm going to put in here the sub ID is going to be Facebook group. So for me, it's going to be, tell you what, GFE, because I know it's going to be group. And what that's doing is it's adding, let's see if I can get in here to show you. It's adding the sub ID. So if I'm running quick reports and I want to see something, let's say I was running an ad on Facebook versus doing this, then I would have the GFE up here for knowing that this would be, people got there through the videos like these, or they got through Facebook ads. And then I can do sub IDs of like, you know, whatever the ad name would be, whatever the campaign would be, you'd throw that in there also. Little things to start thinking about along the way. I'm going to copy and paste, go to bit.ly, I'm going to create, I'm going to paste my long URL. We're going to call this the GFE. We'll do hyphen. ClickFunnels trial, CF trial. We're going to save that. I'm going to copy that in here. And now I'm going to create a text box again. We're going to paste that in here, CF trial. It's a little hard to read. I probably could have changed that a little bit. But we'll do this. Put it down a little bit below. Okay. We'll do another text, and we'll say start your 14-day trial. Okay. Boom. So you can see again the dotted lines are showing up there. I'm going to leave it just like this, very simple. If I wanted to keep with the tradition of the fonts I'm using, Cooper Hewitt is one of them. And we'll do this. We'll make this one heavy. And then we'll change the size to 14. And then if I wanted to, I would change the color of that into, where's my color here? I would use my red to make that pop out. So we'll click on there, put the X there, beautiful. Okay, so it stands out a little bit with the blue. It's a little rough on the eyes, so maybe this blue will be a little bit lighter, like that. That way it's not as harsh. Plus, if I really wanted to, I might even put it like that. See how it's like it's weird for how it's set up like this way? So maybe, hold on, I'm seeing it now, hold on. Oops, not that. So what I would do here is I would select these elements there, group them, move them around together, and then like, oh, where are you? You see how it's like it's doing its lines there? Let's move this in a little bit because some of these are bounding. There we go. I'm going to change it down just a tiny bit. Line it up. We're going to shorten this together. Let's tell you what, let's make it a little bit larger so we can get those lines together so we can see it there. Shorten this up. Put it in. Beautiful. Simple enough. A lot of white space on the side. Not a fan of that. But remember, it will end up popping out. So we're going to save it real quick just to show you. Okay. It's not exactly what I was planning to do for the videos, but saving it, I'll pop it in there, and then we should be go. Really simple to do, not that challenging. It took about maybe 10 minutes overall instead of 6. But again, I wasn't fully prepared to do this one. I just wanted to walk through how I was doing it so you could see all the potential that you have. So I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.